For decades, the real story behind reggae's greatest female voices was locked away. I am breaking the silence to expose the 10 iconic singers the music industry never wanted you to hear. Their legacies were almost erased from history. You must stick around until the end, because the final singer's influence is so vast, it will completely redefine how you see music forever. Etana was one such flame. Born Shauna Mackenzie, she moved through the world like a hymn disguised as a storm. Her voice velvet, commanding, held both ache and uplift. She sang of roots, of the tenderness buried in struggle, of the small dignities that bloom even in the poorest yard. When she opened her mouth, it was as if every black woman who'd ever been silenced found her echo. She called her music reggae, but it was also prayer, a rebellion in harmony. Her songs like I Am Not Afraid and Roots turned pain into psalms and womanhood into firelight. Etana did not just sing, she redefined strength, reminding a generation that softness and power can share the same breath. And then there was Sister Nancy, the dancehall empress, before there was a throne for such a woman. Born Auckland Russell, she stormed through Kingston's sound systems when the stage was no place for a woman's name. She came equipped with cadence sharper than any man's boast and rhythm, soaked in street wisdom. When she chanted Bam Bam, it wasn't just a hit, it was scripture. It shook from the concrete to the clouds, sampling itself across generations until even Kanye West and Jay-Z found its echo. Yet Nancy didn't chase fame. She built legacy. Her laughter, her swagger, her unapologetic grace turned the dance hall into a battlefield of liberation. Every woman who ever picked up a mic after her carried a piece of that defiant energy. In the gentle dawn of reggae, before fame and diaspora, before Marley became myth, there was Phyllis Dillon, a voice like sunlight on water. She sang from the heart of the rocksteady era, where love was rebellion and harmony was survival. Phyllis's notes did not climb, they floated, carrying promises too fragile to touch. Songs like Don't Stay Away and Perfidia still move like whispered prayers from Kingston to Brooklyn. She was the calm before the roar, the sweetness before the storm. In her music, pain found rhythm and heartbreak found peace. When she passed, Jamaica bowed its head, for an angel had gone home, one who had taught the island that love songs could also be freedom songs. Then came Lady Saw, born Marion Hall, baptized by the chaos of Kingston streets and the blaze of her own confidence. She didn't enter the stage, she took it. Her words, raw and fearless, tore through the prudish silence that shadowed dancehall's corners. She spoke of desire, betrayal, joy, sin, and grace with the honesty of a prophetess and the mischief of a rebel. In her song titled Sycamore Tree and Man is the Least, she flipped the script on patriarchy, preaching truth to a rhythm the system couldn't censor. She ruled stages, clashed with critics, and conquered every chart that dared to doubt her. When she finally laid down her crown to walk the gospel path, the silence she left behind was thunder. Her exit was not retreat, it was rebirth. Even heaven must have swayed when she carried that dancehall fire to church. Next on our list is Marsha Griffiths. Marsha Griffiths, the songbird of Kingston, remains the melody that never faded. Her voice has been the heartbeat of generations, from her days harmonizing with Bob Marley as one of the I3 to her solo bloom as the queen of reggae. When she sang Electric Boogie, the world danced. When she released another song titled Steppin' Out of Babylon, hearts broke open. Hers is a gift woven from gold threads of patience and grace, her presence as constant as the island's tide. She sang not just for love, but for endurance, the way roots dig deep to survive storms. With Marsha, reggae found its eternal feminine strength without noise, beauty without apology. Next on our list is Lila E.K. Lila E.K. came much later, yet her voice feels as though it's been echoing through time. She carries the old soul of a generation that refuses to forget where the rhythm came from. With every verse, she folds modern reggae into something soft, fierce, and spiritual. Her song titled Where I'm Coming From isn't just a song, it's testimony. Her sound is honeyed resilience, her lyrics written in truth ink. She sings of healing, solitude, and womanhood, like sacred ground, standing in the lineage of every sister who came before her. The world listens to her and remembers that reggae still breathes, that it evolves, blossoms, and burns anew in the hearts of the young. Next on our list, we have the lioness named Queen Ifrica. Born Ventrice Morgan, daughter of ska legend Derek Morgan, she carved her own kingdom from the fabric of conscience. Her voice does not plead, it commands. Her songs march for justice, cry for the children, mourn for the mothers, and demand righteousness from those who claim power. Her songs titled Montego Bay, Lioness on the Rise, Daddy, each track is both sermon and revolution. She sings in the low register of prophecy, the sound of the ground speaking. Her music is smoke and fire, both balm and blade. When she steps on stage, she is not performing, she is testifying. The crowd does not merely cheer, they bear witness. Next on our list, we have Judy Mowat. Judy Mowat, Regal, revolutionary, rooted. She began her journey in the harmonies of the I3 alongside Marsha and Rita, but her solo flame burned with its own holy light. Her album titled Black Woman wasn't just an album, it was a declaration of existence. Through it, she gave the world a mirror reflecting Black femininity in all its sacred strength. She sang of kings and queens, of sisters and nations, her lyrics blooming with Rastafari spirit. Judy carried Marley's revolution into her own ministry, turning every performance into invocation. She was, and remains, a vessel of Jah's message proof that divinity sometimes arrives in the shape of a woman with a microphone and a mission. Next on our list is Rita Marley. Rita Marley, the matriarch of a movement, is more than a widow or a harmony. She is a monument. Her voice carried the warmth of ancestral memory, and her strength kept the flame of reggae alive long after the funeral drums had faded. When she sang One Draw, she wasn't just joking about the sacred herb. She was proclaiming ownership of joy, of laughter, of Black womanhood that refuses to be sorrow alone. Rita carried the Wailers' message into eternity, feeding the poor, building foundations, raising empires from grief. She's the eternal bridge between love and legacy, the mother of music that refuses to die. Next on our list, we have Tanya Stephens, the lyrical sniper. Her words cut like polished diamonds, sharp with truth and humor. She reigned over the late 1990s and early 2000s with a voice that knew both street grit and intellectual grace. Her songs titled It's a Pity, Ya, Nah, Ready, Fee, Dis, Yet were conversations between honesty and irony, lovers and revolutionaries. Tanya sang as if she was arguing with Babylon itself and winning every verse. She turned reggae into literature, dancehall into philosophy, and rebellion into rhythm. Her pen remains unmatched, an oracle dressed in denim and defiance. 10 voices, 10 storms, 10 hymns of the same truth that reggae was never only a man's gospel. These women carried the rhythm when the spotlight turned elsewhere. They birthed movements, mentored generations, and molded soundscapes from pain and glory alike. From Phyllis Dillon's Golden Echo to Lila Ike's Rising Dawn, they form an unbroken circle, an eternal choir that still sings across oceans and decades. Sometimes, when the night falls on Kingston and the air tastes like rain and memory, you can still hear them. And long after Babylon falls, their voices will rise again, eternal, undefeated, forever roots. Now you know the 10 legendary voices that shaped a genre. Tell me which of these iconic women had the most powerful impact on you. Let me know which voice you believe is the most essential to reggae's story. Share your own top female reggae pioneer in the comments. Make sure to follow for more untold stories of the artists who truly changed music.